Hey guys, if you're planning to take the June 2025 digital SAT, we have a prediction video for you. Before we get started, I want to note the disclaimer listed above. If you feel imperative, you can tackle the following problem as we are going to tackle them together. Make sure to skip to the end of the video to see if you got the correct answer and see if you followed some of our shortcuts by really listening to the video here. So just to reiterate, if you want to go ahead and make sure you go to the end of the video. If you want to also pause the video right now, now's the time to do so to try to tackle the problem yourself. Okay, now that you're done reviewing the problem yourself, let's see if we can try to tackle this problem together. Just to note, as you can see here in this problem, they have the left-hand side, and they want you to note that the left-hand side is equivalent to the right-hand side. And in this problem, we have this equation that's set equal. You can't really plug it into Desmos as easy, and that's another disclaimer to note that for the new digital essay coming digital SAT in 2025 that's coming around right now, we've noticed that there's a lot of algebraic problems, but oftentimes these algebraic problems don't really allow you to just plug and chug into Desmos. They're oftentimes critical thinking and more detailed, so just be aware of that when you're trying to solve a problem just like this. Also, make sure to double check what the answer is actually asking. So in this case, they ask for the value of a times b, not a nor b. So I just want to note that when you're trying to solve this problem. I'm going to go ahead and distribute this problem by taking the first with the first, the first with the second, the first with the third, and second with the first, second with the second, and second with the third. Somewhat like foiling, but a little bit longer. Okay, so I'm going to take the first with the first here. When I go ahead and do that, I get 5ax to the third. Okay, then I go ahead and take the first with the second. When I go ahead and do that is negative a, then I have b x to the second. I just want to note here that when you're multiplying values and their exponents, you're actually adding them together. So what I mean by that is let's take a look at a times 5, x to the second. X to the first and x to the second comes x to the third because there's a 1 attached to the x over here. So I'm actually adding them together. So it's actually x to the third. So I just want to note that here. Now for the second set, as you can see here, I'm just bringing down the negative and making sure that I bring everything down. So it's a times b, and then there's two x's with the ones at the end, so that's going to be 2. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then I go ahead and take the last part right there. And when I do that, I get plus 4a x. If you see here, I'm going a little bit slow, and that's to help you out. Also, because I'm double checking, one of the key things is at the last minute after each set here that I have the right positive or negative in front of it. I wouldn't want to make an error because of forgetting what sign is in front and potentially getting the incorrect answer. Because this problem is very long to solve, I just always double check little I take a beat and then review and then go back to it. And this helps prevent any errors. So now I'm going to go to the second set and distribute here. So when I go ahead and do that, I get 5x squared times 3, which is 15 plus 15x squared. Go ahead and take the second with the first here, and then I get negative 3bx. Go ahead and take the third with the third. I'm going ahead and getting 12 here. So one of the things that you want to note here is the similarities between the left-hand side and the right-hand side when expanding. For example, you could see the 12 on the answer here and the 12 in the answer here. So 12 equals 12, which makes sense. Now I'm going to go ahead and tackle, you could see the x to the third here, and you could see the x to the third here. It's not really attached to anything else, which makes sense. The first numbers would align with the first numbers here. So I just want to note that here. And then there's a way you could simplify the x squares here, and you can notice that also there is 2x squares listed in the problem here that we solved. So you could see negative abx squared, and then you could see 15x squared here, and then you could see that's equivalent to this here. So essentially what we're saying is negative abx squared, I'm just bringing this down, plus 15x squared is the same thing as this on the right-hand side. So it's equal to negative 5x x squared. As you can see here, there's x squares everywhere, so we can go ahead and eliminate that from every single value. I like this equation because I'm solving for the value of a and b, and I could see it here. So I'm going to keep that as is and note that I'm going to simplify this because that's what I'm looking for. So I'm eliminating those x squares on all sides, and that leaves me with negative ab plus 15 equals negative 5. Okay, so now I'm going to subtract 15 from both sides to make sure the constants or the values are going ahead and simplifying that. So that's the same thing as saying negative 20 here is the same thing as negative AB. If I got rid of the negative and made them both positive, that's the same thing as saying AB is the same thing as 20, which value matches up with C, which is our correct answer. So I helped solve the answer. I just want to note a couple of things. You could solve for as well, simplifying this equation here and trying to see if we could simplify it by moving the x's and make it equivalent to this x, but it could be a tad bit difficult. Or you could solve for a and then solve for the value of b. Either which way, you're trying to simplify it the best way possible, right? So it's best to focus on the fact that you have a, b already here. And so that made it easier to solve. So the value became really quick to solve it as 20. So I just want to make a note of that because you want to simplify it as fast as possible. When I looked at other ways to solve it, you could solve it essentially by taking the x third terms and setting them equal to each other. So essentially 20x to the third equals 5ax to the third. Solve for the value a, plug it back into a second equation to solve for the value of b. But that takes so much time, right? And we really don't have that time when we're solving. So this would be the fastest way to solve. I hope that helps you better understand the type of problems that you could see in the new digital SAT for June 2025. I hope this prediction video was helpful for you, especially if you're trying to solve problems in a faster, easier way. Make sure to hit our subscribe button and make sure to check out our other SAT videos if you are preparing for the SAT. Please note that we're also updating our AP Biology exam based videos for 2026 SAT, or I should say AP Biology, so make sure that you check those out as well. We hope to see you back soon. Thank you. Hey, Geeking Out on STEM family, guess what? We want you to hit that subscribe button. Why? Because we'll be producing more content just like this for the AP Biology exam and the new digital SAT exam. By subscribing, you'll be getting exclusive, up-to-date tips, tricks, and secrets for both exams. Also, if you're a parent, a teacher, a homeschool instructor, or a student, you might be looking for affordable and exclusive digital products to help improve multiple choice questions, free response questions, or question bank questions related to both the digital SAT or AP Biology exam. We have them here. Make sure to check out our link tree in our bio for curated resources that you won't find anywhere else. These unique resources are designed to help you raise your score. By hitting the subscribe button, the more subscribers we get, by the way, the more videos we can make. So make sure to join our family to ensure that you get a perfect score for both exams.